Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out XDC's price chart, and the main question for this video is this: is this thing overall, starting from the lowest low to about here, a bit of a bullish setup? Because if you remember, the last time that we talked about XDC, we were right around highs, and the idea was that we are able to find a 1 2 3 4 5 wave off of the lowest low, which is definitely an optimistic sign, but we are not out of the woods yet. And at the same time, you need to consider the possibility of having maybe starting from this point, for example, like an A, B, C in form of a flat structure, meaning what? Sure, we are having 5 wave off of the lowest low, but overall it's part of a correction structure, and after it's over, we are going to get a move down. Also, since if we want to be absolutely optimistic, then after a 5 wave, we are also going to get a move down. In the previous video, if you remember, we said, look, one way or the other, probably we are going to get soon a move on the downside, but the move itself is not really that important. What really matters is the shape of that move, because if we identify some correction structures in here, fair enough, we can be bullish at that. So question is, what is going on at the moment? You see, in my view, we are probably going to get a move up in the short term. I don't know, maybe like a 1 2 3 4 5, and this scenario will sort of kind of get confirmed the moment that we take this important high right in here, about, let's say, 7.6 cents. Now, why is this high so important? Because I think we can all agree that the moment that we go up and we take the highs, we can confidently argue, look, this is a beautiful looking ABC zigzag structure, and this is also an ABC up. And even if you want to be bearish, then okay, you can just argue this is just an ABC. I'm gonna say probably an expanded flat in order to take the highest side in here as well, about 7.9 cents. And well, into our C leg, we are allowed to consider a 1 2 3 4 5. This, my friends, is why in XDC, the moment we take this high, our move up is going to continue, let's say, for another 5 to 6%. Now, in terms of what is going on overall, well, that actually depends on what are we going to do after this potential phase on the upside. Now, question, what if we're not even going to get this? Then okay, in that case, if you really want to push your luck and be bearish, then okay, you can say that from here, this is 1 2, and then good move down into wave 3 4 5, which on a higher degree is going to be into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and even that one on a higher degree can be into wave 3 and 4 and 5. This, I think, is going to be your best shot at finding a bearish scenario. If you want to say from the current point in XCC, we are going to get a continuation of the move down. On the other hand, though, if we do end up having the 1 2 3 4 5 that we talked about earlier, then okay, at that point you can say that, excuse me, let's just take this one. This is one ABC flat to about here, let's say, into wave 2, and then we are going to have a good move down into wave 3 4 5, and by the time that we are going to be, let's say, somewhere around these areas, we can identify which scenario, meaning maybe the bullish or maybe the bearish count, is playing out. For now in XCC, I think we need to take every single thing step by step, and sure, my heart does say that we are having a slower move on the downside relative to this phase up. So maybe this is a bit of a bullish setup, suggesting that we are having on a higher degree 1 2, and what's next? A strong move up into wave 3 4 5. But I'm gonna wait a bit more for some more decent confirmation, and then at that point we can say, you know what, in XCC it is confirmed, let's get a magnificent phase on the upside. And by the way, if you are a classic patterns kind of people, then okay, please pay attention to, excuse me, I just took the wrong object, this potential head and shoulder structure, which at the moment is not confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a break of our next line right in here, about, let's say, 7.8 and a half cents. Now, by breaking it, I don't just mean that we go above it. No, in fact, we may very well go above it, but then we get like a move down, and then at that point, this will be just a simple fake out. No, you need to see an initial move above the line, followed by a very slow pullback, and then a continuation of the move up in order to take this high. If I see something like this, fair enough, that can be like a really optimistic sign, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, personally, I'm not really a big fan of classic patterns. For now, let's just have a move on the upside, and then at that point, we are going to make new updates and see where are we going to go from there. And right at the current point, I don't really think we should be overwhelmingly optimistic. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XDC's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.